Cool. Oh boy. Recap. Conversation between Akai and Yuki and an old elf asshole. Well, a young, not asshole elf hid in a closet. Conversation eventually devolved into where the fuck is Iris? And then old asshole elf left and went to well, you know, do whatever to go find Iris probably. You rush back to getting the elf out of the closet. Getting Cat out of the closet for the second time. Went back to the boat and protected Iris. Combat ensued with Eldor, the not so nice elf, which ended in Eldor, well, transforming, to put it lightly, into his true form, which is that of an ancient green Dracolich, before retreating back to his tower to ruminate. I don't know why I said it like that. Besides the point. You quickly decided, okay, we need to get fuck out of here. And so you had Iris polymorph into a giant eagle, flew off, and while you were flying off, that ancient green Dracolich decided to follow you. You ducked into the trees below you to try to hide, failing some dexterity saving throws and succeeding for others. Getting stuck in the tree and having to get taken down by Cat. Finding a spot to hide that didn't work particularly well. Before Yuki got the idea, I'm going to Mask of Many Faces, disguise self to look like Iris, and run off in the opposite direction of where we were going and see if I can get Eldor to follow me. Which, it worked. Chase scene ensued. Lots of rolls of varying qualities. Ended with, unfortunately, Yuki, still disguised as Iris, being caught by Eldor and beginning to be carried off back to Eldor's tower. Yuki flipped a coin and decided to call the name Kyber as loud as she could. Upon hearing this name called, Eldor was like, oh shit, and got out of the sky immediately. And Kyber did show herself. Had a short discussion in Draconic with Eldor before Yuki realized, okay, jig's up, and dropped the disguise. Eldor called her, what, a deceiving worm?
Yeah.
Before dumping her on the ground and flying off to look for actual Iris. And Yuki, without saying anything to Kyber, walked off, or began to walk off. And I believe this happened. If not, then it's what we're going to start with.
Yeah, Yuki's walking off.
Yeah, well, no, what I'm about to describe, this is what we're going to start with. You hear a noise behind you, Yuki, and you feel a rush of wind go past both your ears as you watch a strange crimson liquid go past you and kind of, well, coalesce, if that's not the right word, but collect itself. Hello there, Iris. Collect itself in front of you, Yuki. And of course, it materializes as a unfortunately rather familiar tiefling. You just can't stay away from me, can you?
It's not like I had a choice.
Did you?
I'm not here for you. I need to get back
I
to my
know.
group.
Yes, you found someone else who will actually tolerate you.
He just glares more at her.
No sweat off my back. Do you really think you'll get anything done if you continually have to come back to me?
I only needed you for this one thing, and that's it. To get me out of those hands of that man.
And who says you won't try that again? And
Just wasting my time.
no, I'm really not. I do thank you for calling me there. I really do wish to watch this show.
You won't succeed.
Strong words from one who can't avoid me.
Yuki's gonna try to walk away. Try to walk faster.
She's walking backwards in front of you at the same pace that you are walking. I think you'll enjoy the show too.
Makes you think that.
Well, they're both our brothers, aren't they?
Just glaring more. You will not touch him.
Me? No. I'll let my brother do that for me.
Can I roll insight
Sure.
to
Yeah.
see what she's implying by that?
All right.
Oh, I forgot to pull up Yuki's character sheet. I should probably do that. I think she has like a +3 to insight. Let me check. Oh, she does. I was correct.
Nice.
15.
15. It's hard to tell. Her words are coded very, very well.
Yeah. Just keep walking in the direction of where she assumes the party will be.
I really do hope you don't mind me taking a front row seat. She raises one of her hands. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. Well, I have a +3 to it. 18.
18. Oh, no. Just barely not.
I'm assuming it's 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. One off.
And, well, Kyber disappears.
I feel different.
Mm-hmm. How
Yeah.
could you have guessed?
Yeah.
You feel, someone present with you.
She stops. What did you do?
I told you. Front row seat. You hear that in your head.
I don't think I'm able to like try to push her out or whatever.
Another wisdom saving throw if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna try. 9.
Nope. No. You try to force Kyber out of your mind. Kyber proves too strong. I won't touch anything. Not yet.
Oh, you won't at all.
And what will you do about that?
Just have to wait and see. She walks forward to the direction of the party.
Okay. Speaking of the party,
Mhm.
you guys are still running, right?
Very much so.
I hope
Yes.
so.
Good. Perhaps, yeah. Well, you are running. All three of you, Nakai, Iris, and Kat, are all running as fast as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you've been running for a good while now. Maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
And thank goodness you're used to traveling a lot on foot, because you would have been absolutely floored from exhaustion by this point. And even then, if you go if you try to go this fast for even, I don't know, up to an hour, you would probably start getting points of exhaustion. So, but as you continue onward, you hear overhead, quiet at first, but progressively louder, the flapping of wings. I get to make, oh boy, perception checks as Eldor. I believe last time you rolled stealth, you got an average of 15.5, correct?
I believe so.
So that means, ooh boy,
Yeah.
the flapping gets closer and closer,
Take a look.
and you see above you, still a good ways off and still a good ways above you. Well, a particular Dracolich.
Well, she bought us some time.
And he is progressively getting lower and lower to the ground.
Okay.
You guys are dashing, so that means your movement speed is 60?
Yep.
All right. Well, he's flying very fast.
Mm-hmm.
He is flying and dashing as well, and so he is also getting to you. Every round, he is getting 100 feet closer to you.
All right. I can't. Okay. Well.
Can't what?
My first idea I can't do because I need to save it in case somebody dies.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay. I can cast a lower level spell at a higher level, even if it doesn't like increase the potency of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to make sure before I save
Yep.
this spell slot.
Yeah.
Well, is there any place around us that maybe Iris and Cat can kind of jump into?
Perception.
Nine.
9. No.
Of course not.
You don't
Bury
see
yourself in snow. No.
There's not snow. There is no snow.
I'll give you my shovel.
But there's no snow.
Dig in the ground.
Okay. They're not mole people, and that would take a really long time. You just stop. Dig. Like, it's just Elder just rolls up like, what are you doing? Like,
Oh, don't worry. I'm just trying to make a trap for your toenail. Don't worry about it. Okay. I have no choice. Anything I have left is not going to do jack, so I'm going to start lagging behind Iris and Cat. Make sure they're ahead of me.
how many feet?
I'm just going to slow down so it continuously gets a wider and wider gap.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Because if this goes wrong, it's going to go extremely wrong. So, well, as I'm running.
Hold up.
Hmm.
Cat's gonna do something. I must check. See if she can. That's
Oop.
not how you do it.
Nope.
There we go. 8. Nope. Another failed perception check.
I guess I shall roll perception.
Okay. Cat was looking for some place to hide or
Mhm.
anything, and her passive is high enough to notice that you are lagging behind.
Oh,
Oh my god.
God. What were you saying about the rolls yesterday? Why did you have to mention it?
I don't know.
Because you really wanted this to happen.
Well, none of you can find anywhere to go.
Well, as I'm running, just lift up my hand. Cerberus, I have a very terrible idea.
And why do you think I would ever agree to a terrible idea?
Because if not, we will all die. And not to mention, that thing will get Iris wreaking, I have no idea how much havoc. And since you're in my head, I'm assuming you have an idea.
Still voice it, just so I'm certain.
I'm giving you full permission to take over my body.
No.
If you don't, we die.
No.
Including you. Again.
How can you kill a ring? Well, that's not beside the point.
I understand. I might explode. I might turn into a damn dragon at this point. I might just have merge our personalities. I don't care at this point. We will all die.
And it is very likely that if we do merge, and even if you don't explode immediately, everyone will die anyways.
Isn't it better to have a chance than to have your sister get a hold of this? Because you said it before. There is no way this is going to remain hidden from her in this bag for long.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No.
Different?
She's here.
Oh, crap. Why? I think this is even more urgent now.
This is a really bad idea.
I know. This is probably the worst idea I've ever had, but...
Yes, most definitely.
At least with you, I'm not giving my body over to somebody who's gonna destroy the damn planet. Since you're the one that kind of helped make it.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this, but I think we have to do this.
Isn't there anything else we can do?
I have a single spell slot left. And if any of us dies and I use that spell slot for something else, I can't bring them back. And my lower level stuff? I can't do jack shit to that thing. Or your sister.
And what about anyone else?
Well, I think Yuki is pretty much tapped. Her idea was to turn into Iris and just run. So I don't think there's much left there. Iris, I have no idea. And Cat is not really a magical user. And I don't think a sword is going to do much good against a skeleton dragon.
And a What's the other thing? Pistol? Is that what she calls it?
Yeah. Yes. Now, you are able to actually do this, right? We're not just talking in
Yes.
circles here, so, okay.
I am able to do that.
Will it give us enough to get away?
I don't know.
Will it give us a chance?
I don't know.
If you can, please do it. Otherwise, everybody's going to die, including my sister.
Fine.
I wouldn't suggest this unless I didn't have any other choice.
I know. I know. I would say this might hurt, but I really don't know.
Oh, I'm fully expecting this to hurt like hell, so...
So, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
13.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it hurts like hell.
Yeah, I would think so.
Everyone passes 13 or so, right? So I would say you don't hear the conversation, Iris, but you most definitely see this. You watch as, and obviously Nakai, you see this too, because it's you. The hand that you've been talking to, from the ring, spider webs out these lines of golden light stretching all down your arms all the way up to your neck, and just for an instant they flash just golden for just an instant, and you're still running, Nakai. And Nakai, you feel yourself take a back seat in your own head. And you still feel, but like you can still feel you can still feel your own body. You can still feel the pain that this is causing.
Yeah.
And you can still think, but you can't act.
Mm-hmm.
And well, Sybaris picks up the pace again.
All right.
Back to being just as fast as the rest of the group. And actually speeds up a little bit, closing the gap by just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Until about 120 feet away. And by this point, Eldor is practically right on top of you. He's still flying, but just above the tree line, and is maintaining a distance. And then he drops to the ground and starts chasing you on foot. And Iris, And of course,
Yeah.
Nakai, you also see this. As he drops to the ground. And you see Nakai, not knowing what's really going on with him, reach out in front of him as he's still running and grab something. Twists and pulls. And you see kind of this strange magical, this golden shimmering light as he seems to pull a, not a, It is an immense golden flaming chain. And it seems to be, the way it's acting, it seems to be weightless in his hands. As still running, keeping time with you, he turns around and he, well, uses it as a whip and strikes out at Eldor. Oh boy. Ridiculous spell attack bonuses. Let's see here. Would it be? Yep, 11.
Oh.
Natural 1. Natural 1. Oh man. Why did I say anything? Why have I cursed us with
Yeah, why, Wes?
such pains? Well, the chain is just barely not long enough. And so he whips it out, and it swings out. You hear the crack of not just a whip, not just the chain links hitting each other, but of electricity as well, as it reaches its loudest point, and it comes flying back and hits Sybaris in the face, or well, Nakai in the face.
Ow.
Why not?
Oh boy, so that means
Oh no.
What was that?
let's see here. Don't... Listen, it's been a long time since I've inhabited a body. Oh boy.
Do you need to know my hit point total or no?
I need to roll to hit himself. 23
Okay.
certainly hits you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Which means that, oh boy.
I have 27 hit points left, so
Oh no.
Yep. I was already hit once, so
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh no, because the damage of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
I
gotta make
mean-
sure that this is the right one.
I mean, unless Sybaris healed me, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was healing pain, you know that?
It was healing pain, yeah. I've got to check to make sure that this is in fact the right thing. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Yes.
God.
Really low
Oh,
damage.
wow.
2 2 2 1.
All right, down to
7
20.
damage.
Down to 20.
Okay. Seeing
Ow.
that did not work.
I'm gonna have a chain mark across my face now.
Uh-huh. He just throws the chain to the side, and it fizzles out and crackles with electricity before just, well, disappearing. Continuing to run. You see him... He places his hand kind of to one side of himself, and draws it across in front of his body. And in front of him forms a golden javelin.
Mm.
And he grabs it. I wonder if whips don't work.
Oh,
And he turns around again,
just stab me in
and-
the foot.
throws the spear or javelin. Oh boy,
Oh,
even
please.
more ridiculous. To hits. Which would be, oh goodness, I must check.
Please don't hit Iris again.
Hit Iris?
I already did that once. I don't need to see it
Oh, yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. 24. 24. Does that actually hit?
Oh,
I
no.
really hope so. Yes, it does.
Good.
It does. Well, he throws the spear, and when it leaves his hand, you hear a slight boom as it launches forward, and it strikes Eldor in the neck. And oh boy, oh boy. That's the wrong dice and number of dice. This one I am really glad actually hit. Because
Boy.
yeah, 43.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Please tell me it's radiant. Please tell me it's radiant.
It absolutely is.
Thank you.
So 86.
86 radiant damage to Eldor. And he gets to make a strength saving throw. Because, well, oh, come on. I keep closing the book when I really should not. Okay, so what is that? He does not have strength saving throws, which means natural 20.
Oof.
Well, the javelin gets launched and hits him in the neck. And despite the amount of force that he was just hit with, he maintains his speed and distance. But still taking all that damage. Cerberus shakes his hand a little bit after that. And you can see, Nakai, you can see his hand is smoking. Or your hand is smoking. As he shakes it off a little bit. He has not dropped speed at all. He is maintaining the same speed, running forward, backward, left, right, all over the place.
Got back in the groove quickly, I see.
Well, it's not that hard. And oh boy. Iris, seeing all this happen, do you want to do anything?
I'm casting haste and double and dashing.
On
So
yourself?
I'm running, yeah. I'm
Okay.
running at a 120.
Alright.
So I can just get more
Alright.
distance from him.
Yeah, understandable. And that does definitely open up some ground rather quickly. This is for cat, so don't be too afraid. This has got to be once again plus 3. 22. Okay. Iris.
Mhm.
You see Cat kind of look around for a quick second, notice something ahead of you, and she calls to you, just loud enough for you to hear, and discreetly points in a direction. She points towards a small crevice in the ground. And she just kind of nods. And she starts slowly and carefully heading kind of in that general direction. It's not too much of a deviation from your main path.
Mhm.
You will obviously get there twice as fast as she will.
Yeah. Hmm. These are out.
um,
Okay.
Nakai and Cerberus, you don't see that interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Too focused on ow pain, nice spear shot. Like
Yeah. Honestly, that's probably the best thing, not to have the taken over tiefling in a hole that probably emits a nice glowing aura now.
Yeah. I'm assuming you are heading that direction, Iris?
Oh, of course, yeah.
All right.
Time to hide.
Yeah. You just jump into the crevice?
Yep.
All right. The crevice is relatively small. You would not have noticed it unless Kat had pointed it out. And you drop in. You drop maybe 10 feet. And you're in, it's not a cave by any means, but it is certainly an underground room. Not like handmade, but a chamber, I suppose. It's relatively sizable. The crevice itself is at most 2 or 3 feet wide and 5 feet across. The room itself is 10 feet across, 10 feet wide, maybe 15, 16 feet long. And shortly after, Cat also drops down into the crevice with you. Stealth?
Alrighty, stealth. I'm gonna decast haste and cast enhance ability, which will give me. I can only cast it on
Another
myself.
22 for stealth for Cat.
So I have advantage now.
Yeah.
Okay.
17, cool. And
21.
21. So average so 21, okay. 22 and 21. So average of 21, so all right. Or 21.5. This dude would have disadvantage? 19. He does not see you. He does not see either of you drop down at the crevice. He's a little bit too focused on Sibikai.
Sibikai.
Oh god.
Oh god. No.
No. Siberus / Nakai.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
That's better. Yuki. You mentioned
I'm sitting down.
Yuki just stops and sits down. We're gonna have fun.
Not taking you to them.
They don't take us. Make another wisdom saving throw.
I wish I had better wisdom saves.
Yeah, everyone does. 13. No. You also are now in pain.
Or not do a con, or is she just not letting me?
But Sybaris doesn't care, or not Sybaris. Kyber doesn't care how much pain you're in.
Yeah.
And so you feel yourself as well take a back seat. And once again, you also feel, you can still, feel your body, you can still see, but you have no control. You get up and you start running.
Can I try to break against it? Like, Either like every like 5
Three.
minutes or like so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make me a couple wisdom saving throws. Make me 3. Just 3 more.
Okay. I'm gonna do it one by one because
Yeah, 1 by 1.
plus
12.
12.
Natural
3.
20. Don't bother rolling the third.
Yeah.
Well, you run for about 10 minutes. And you try to push off Kyber after about 5. And Kyber is like, no. still me. And then you another 5 minutes goes by and you decide, all right, we're doing this again. And you steel yourself against the pain that you're already feeling. Ignore it. You just focus your mind. And you jab at Kyber. And Kyber was not expecting that. To the point where you regain control and you feel, well, you feel something draining from one of your ears.
Ah.
And, well, Kyber materializes beside you.
Well, while she's like on the ground, is she like laying on the ground or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to put my foot on her chest, glaring down at her.
Tables turn, don't they?
I do. This is my body, and you're not going to control it. And out of her hand, she holds Eldritch Blast. You are not going to hurt them.
Once again, I don't have to raise a finger.
She cast Eldritch Blast, both of them, hitting next to her head. Not hitting her, but next to her head.
Okay. And you think that's going to scare me?
No. She moves her foot away. Continues walking.
Come on now. Pick up the pace. You wouldn't want to be carried, would you?
Just picking up the pace. Is she following?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's not gonna pick up the pace anymore, knowing that she's following. And about like 5 minutes, she just completely stops.
Fine. You see Kyber change again. She grows in size. Not to her full size by any means. But you see her take a form of a rather serpentine dragon of a deep crimson shade. She's going to try to grab you.
I wish I had spell slots because it wouldn't even work, but I have Dominate Beast. She's not a beast.
I mean...
Well, in Yuki's mind, maybe.
Depends on who you ask.
Oh, okay. Category-wise, she's not a beast.
Yeah. Okay. I
That would be
must.
such a power move.
It really would be. Dexterity contest.
So just straight dexterity.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's 2, 14.
14. She grabs at you, and you are sick of being grabbed by dragons.
I am.
And so you just dodge like nothing.
She goes and like puts her hand down. And I just step aside.
Just no.
No.
Trevor looks at you. You're making this harder than it has to be.
That's my job.
Is it? Or is it mine?
And we have similarity jobs.
And I'm sure that makes you oh so happy. Another dexterity contest.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
No.
Well, let's see. 14 again.
I just step aside again.
You
It's
dodge.
just-
You dodge again. This time somehow more effortless than the first. As Kyber grabs at you, and oh boy, and stumbles forward.
Yuki is laughing at this actually. You're better at this than I expected. Ah,
You're a pain, you know that.
I know.
A pain that could be easily erased. Would you like me to do that?
You already have in the future.
Oh boy. One more dexterity contest. If you roll another 10, 6.
no.
Oh boy.
No, I rolled low.
Oh boy. After embarrassing herself, you weren't quite sure whether or not she would try again. And
Wait. Since it was an insult, can I cast Vicious Mockery?
sure, yeah.
So she has to make a wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw.
save. Well, 16.
Ah, she's defending. It's exactly 16.
Ooh, defender wins.
Ah, no.
Ooh boy.
Ah,
Well,
she would have disadvantage on the next attack.
well. And grapples do count as attacks, but all right. Well,
Man.
she grabs you, much to your dismay, and she lifts off the ground and begins flying rather quickly.
Of course.
And she stops after maybe 500, 600 feet. And you are very high in the air. And she repositions her hand. She does not drop you, no. And she opens it so that you can stand and watch. Or sit and watch. He's your brother, isn't he?
What do I see?
Well, as of now, forest and the wings of a Dracolich. And you see at this point, from this perspective, I would say that you can see this because it's a glowing golden spear. You see a glowing golden something, a line, shoot from further into the forest and strike Eldor in the neck.
A little shocked seeing that, and probably the boom that goes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's mine.
What are they doing down there?
You'll see. Nakai.
Mm-hmm.
You feel Sybaris stop. He stops running. Eldor does not.
Still facing the Dracolich then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, this might work.
Oh
he
boy.
pulls another chain from somewhere. This one has a hook on the end of it.
Oh God, you're gonna rip my face off.
And he looks to his side and he throws the chain out. And you see the chain is being pulled from somewhere, and it just keeps going. And he hooks it around a tree. And he pulls out another end of it, and he throws it off the other side and hooks it around another tree. And he grabs the two ends from wherever they are and pulls them together and fuses them. And then he begins to pull the chain back.
Yeah, I had an idea once the two trees got a hook there, yeah.
And, well, as it is still your body,
Mm-hmm.
it is straining a little bit to pull this chain back.
Well, of course, noodle arms.
Yeah, but, and you would never be able to do anything of this strength without this. As Eldor is continuing to run, and Sybaris comments, he really is blind. He can't see those chains.
Hmm.
And
Let's take full advantage of that, shall we?
yes, let's. Eldor runs up to Sybaris, but by this point, the chain has been pulled back easily 10 or 20 feet from where it originally stood.
Mm-hmm.
And Sybaris releases the chain. Oh boy. First of all, dexterity save for what's his face? Eldor. 14. That fails. Second of all, damage. This one is lighter. Actually, no, it's not. Not 8 d20s. 8 d8s. 8 more d8s. 31 more damage. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And once again, it is radiant.
62.
62.
62, yeah. And Eldor full on trips, falls over, and his head comes down on top of you, Nakai.
Oh God.
But Sybaris just reaches up his hand and you see the head hit something before, well, being grabbed by something and pulled closer. Well, you've suddenly found yourself in a predicament, haven't you? And Eldor says nothing. At least you have some kind of self-restraint. Let's make this, I would say, quick. No. Let's make this spectacular. And he puts his hand up to Eldor's forehead. This massive dragon. And he says to you, Nakai,
Mm-hmm.
I know this will hurt. But I also know this will kill him.
Do it.
And you see from the palm of his hand threads of a kind. Strands, that's a better term. Kind of come out from the palm of it. And they weave themselves into a spike. And he slams it into Eldor's skull. Yes, it really, really hurts.
Yeah, I would think so.
Nakai, you fall unconscious.
Yeah.
Everyone else, including Yuki, and including the two in the cave, keeping an eye on, what's kind of going up top, and same with Yuki. You watch as brilliant golden light completely envelops a huge area. It makes no noise. Actually, no, correction. It does make noise. But even to you, Yuki, it is so loud that the ringing in your ears covers it up.
God.
You hear it for a split second. And you see the trees around are nearly knocked over by this. And the ball of light continues to grow before it eventually collapses back into itself. And those wings you saw, Yuki, are gone.
Just waiting for the ringing to kind of stop and
Yeah.
subside in my ear.
It takes a solid minute.
Yeah.
For your ears to go, okay. That was not fun. And
Yeah.
let you hear again. Even if it is a little bit quieter than it used to be.
Kind of look up at Kyber, glaring at her still, obviously. Take me down there.
As you wish. And she begins to fly down. Those of you in the cave, Iris, Cat,
Mhm.
it's quiet. Very quiet.
Hmm.
Well, do you think it's all right to go out?
Yeah. Maybe.
All right. Well, it takes some clambering over some rocks and things, but you do make your way out of the crevice. And there is no Dracolich. You can see maybe 100 feet away 2 things. Number 1, a pile of ashes. Number 2, an unconscious Nakai.
Hmm. That's not good.
Shortly after getting out of the crevice, you see another dragon, but this one not a Dracolich. And rather serpentine and too familiar for your liking. You know it to be Kuiper.
Mhm.
Drops down onto the ground and lets Yuki down as well.
I'm assuming Yuki sees Nakai like on the ground.
A pile of ashes and unconscious Nakai, yes.
Yeah. She's gonna look shocked, just like Nakai, and runs over to him and holds him, like go to like her knees and grabs at him and see if there's like if he's still breathing, if like
Roll
still
medicine.
alive. Let's see what my medicine is.
What your medicine is, yeah.
0.
Oh boy. Natural 20.
Wow.
Wow.
You know he is not dead.
He just sighs with relief. Idiot.
You see all up his arms, as if he had been struck with 1,000 lightning strikes. Marks, scars along his arms. That, well, periodically pulse a golden light.
Wish I had a health potion to have him drink, but I don't. I
Oh
don't
boy.
have any healing. I don't have any means of healing.
Because you rolled so high on medicine,
Uh-huh.
I will tell you what these are. You know them to be called God Scars. Marks
Oh,
left on mortals after being touched by holy or hellish power in extreme amounts.
some scars.
He will live with them for the rest of his life.
Mm. Wish I had something to heal him so he can wake up. kind of look at Kat, and Iris is like, do you have anything of healing properties?
No, I don't.
Hmm. No. Iris is just looking at Kyber. Wait, what time of day is it, or night?
It's afternoon,
Cool.
mid-afternoon.
Mm. Yuki's just gonna like see if like just patting him on the cheek a few times will like help wake him.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Kyber transforms back into tiefling form.
Yeah.
And of course, Iris, you see her walk up to Yuki.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki, you're a little bit too engrossed in Nakai, what the fuck, to really notice. But you hear her say, I told you. I did not have to lift a finger.
She just glares, hearing her.
It was not I who did this. This was Sybaris. Look at the golden energy. I do not do those kinds of things.
He's just gonna slowly get up, like laying Nakai down, turn around Kyber, slap her across the face.
Roll to hit.
I think would be unarmed strike. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2. Not too bad. 20.
20. Yes, that hits.
Yeah.
So, you smack her across the face. Roll damage if you want. Actually, if
No, it's like
if
a
it's
1
unarmed,
minus
it's
1.
yeah,
Yeah. So it just leaves
it
like a
does
red
nothing.
mark.
Yeah. Kyber does not flinch at all.
Yeah.
You know what I say is true. You know it. Don't fool yourself.
I want you to leave.
Fine. I will. She takes 2 steps back.
Does she
turns
have
into-
anything on her?
Yes, she does.
Like, does Nakai still have the bag of holding?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I see if she has the crystal or anything? Like, if she was able to take it?
Roll perception.
17?
She does not have the crystal.
Okay. Just making sure before she leaves.
She takes a couple steps back and turns into a bird and flies away.
Kind of help Nakai, like, have him, like, move him to, like, lean against a tree so he's not just laying on the ground.
Yeah.
takes out whatever. She has a blanket on her, so she takes out a blanket and puts it over him. Just sighs. I don't think we'll be able to continue on foot until he wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At least we're not being chased.
It is true. I guess we can set up camp here.
All right.
Yuki stays next to Nakai and about 5 to 10 minutes gets up and starts setting up like her tent and stuff.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And kind of finishing, just like, I'll take first watch, at least.
I can take second.
And I will pass out.
He's gonna just sit in front of, we don't have a fire, so she's just gonna sit down in the middle of kind of the camp.
All right.
So, perception?
Yep.
One.
Well, the night is uneventful, so.
Yeah, I think Yuki's doing her thoughts of everything that's happened and more, worrying about Nakai.
Everything. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah. Alright. She goes and wakes up Kat and is just gently getting her to wake up, even though you can't really gently wake her up.
Yes. Oh, right. My
Yes.
watch.
Yes.
All
Trying to
right.
sleep.
Please do.
And she goes in her tent to sleep.
All right. 9 for Cat.
Yeah, at
Also
least it's not
uneventful.
battle rolls.
Yeah. At least it's not stealth rolls that you're failing it again. All right. All right. So let's see here. Well, it's morning.
And
Yuki, you're the first to wake up,
yeah.
being a very light sleeper at the moment.
Mhm.
Couldn't imagine why.
Of course.
And of course, shortly after Iris would wake up. So, Yuki, you were saying real quick?
I'm gonna instantly just go and check on Nakai.
Nakai is still unconscious.
Sit down next to him.
All right. Iris, you wake up shortly after.
Just gonna look around. Everyone's still there.
Yep.
She's gonna open her box and she's gonna start building again.
All right. Well, Nakai, you
Yes.
don't wake up.
I didn't think so. I really didn't think so.
Instead, you have a dream.
Mm.
You find yourself. Well, it's a rather open room. It's not particularly decadent or anything. Plain white painted walls. Nothing spectacular.
Hmm.
The most special thing would be a chandelier hanging from the ceiling, but it's not really that spectacular.
Didn't think my mind was that fancy.
There is a door to the room. Just big enough to let you through.
Just one door?
Just one door.
Hmm. Try the door, see if it opens.
Yep, it opens.
Can I see anything from the doorway without stepping in first?
Yes. Looking out of the doorway, you see this room appears to be on the top of a mountain. A very tall mountain. But it's not very hard to. Well, it's not hard to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not frigidly cold, despite the fact that you are a good ways above the cloud layer. The sky is a nice dark blue.
Hmm.
And the sun is out.
Hmm. Is there like a path to follow?
A little bit of one, yeah. There's a deck, first of all. And
Hmm.
then past the deck, there's a little path.
Hmm. Anything flying around?
So you are stepping outside.
Uh, you said I could see the sky, so from
That's
that.
true. For that vantage point, no, you don't
No.
see anything
Okay.
flying around.
I regret this, but yeah, stepping out.
Step outside. Okay. Well, you step outside, and yeah, I mean, everything that you saw before is still
Mhm.
you still see.
The room disappear?
No.
No, I'm shocked.
It's a small little. It looks very different on the outside than it does on the inside. It appears to be just a standard little one room log cabin.
Hmm.
Despite the fact that the inside was painted and rather uniform.
Yeah.
But those dreams, they don't have to make sense.
True.
But yes, you stand on the deck. The deck is also unfurnished.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, just the one path to follow, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Might as well.
All right. You walk down the path. And despite the fact that it's not cold. The path is covered in snow. And even the snow is not cold. Although it acts and looks and everything
Hmm.
just like normal snow, it does not feel cold.
Hmm.
You keep walking. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yep.
Down the path. And you get down to another little, not a ledge, I'll say. It's a cliff down a good 100, 200 feet.
Hmm.
And at the bottom of it, well, you see a door. The path does continue onward past this point, and you can see it go down, wind down into, well, that door.
Hmm. Still nothing around, just the...
No. No
Hmm.
sound other than the wind.
Hmm. Well, that's a nice peaceful change from my other dreams, I suppose. For now. Keep going.
All right. You keep walking. And you get to the door.
Hmm.
The door is, well, decorated, certainly. The pillars on either side of the door are inlaid with gold. And the archway above it as well. The door itself is relatively fancy.
Hmm.
There is a great big golden knocker on the door.
No symbols or anything.
No.
Hmm. One last look around. Nothing.
No.
All right. Try the knocker.
You lift the knocker, and it is rather heavy, but despite its size, it's lighter than you expected. And you knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And just 3 times.
Yep.
Just knock, knock, knock. And you wait there for just a few seconds, maybe 5 seconds. And the door opens. There does not seem to be anyone behind the door.
Nobody walking away from the door that I can see.
No. Nope. No ghosts in a wizard's tower. No. An old banana. Sorry.
Are you really?
No.
Because I wouldn't be. Okay. Anything on the inside of the door?
Yes. It's a little bit of a hallway. It's well lit, so you can see into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes maybe 20, 30 feet into a room.
What about the door itself that opened? The inside of that part? Just the same as the other side, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And the inside of the room is very similar to the in terms of decorations and stuff. Relatively similar to that door.
Just out of curiosity,
Mhm.
is the ring still on my finger?
Yes, it is.
Oh, huh. Okay. I have a feeling even if I ask him something, he won't be there, so.
You can always give it a shot.
Might as well, I guess.
No harm in at least trying.
Well, are you there or no?
I'm somewhere. You hear that from in front of you.
Oh. Oh, crap. I have a feeling I know where I am.
Well, let's see.
Well, it's good to know you're actually alive after that, mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
Well, let's see where this goes. And I start walking forward into the door.
All right. You walk into the door. Yeah, and you keep walking. The door does not shut behind you. So yeah. You keep walking forward. And you enter the room. And when you get in, you see coiled in the center of the room a great big golden serpentine dragon.
So this is your actual form, I'm assuming?
Well, kind of.
Probably
Lot
bigger.
smaller than
Yeah.
yes, it's a lot
Okay.
smaller than it used to be.
Yeah.
And this is more of just an image of it.
So, my mind or in the ring?
Well,
Or kind of both the same now?
kind of neither.
Hmm.
This is another one of my fragments.
Oh.
Using it as a sanctuary. And there happen to be a lot of pieces of me.
Yes.
That was not particularly fun. Anyways. That was very stupid.
Yes, I know. I said that before we even did it, and I knew it was going to turn out terribly, but it was better than straight out death.
And it could have ended in straight out death.
At least this way it gave us a chance.
Well, I suppose so. I'm glad that the other two found cover,
Yes.
because anyone who's not us would have
Yeah.
been absolutely incinerated.
Yeah, kind of like Eldor, yeah.
Yes.
So, what now?
I don't know.
I mean, are we gonna be merged forever, or?
Well, you don't have them now because, well, dream. But
Yes.
you're scarred from that.
Yes, I assumed the mortal body isn't meant to handle that kind of power.
Be glad your sister's not too.
What?
That day was full of decisions that were hard to make.
Mm-hmm.
Decisions that were not the best, but were all we had.
What did she do?
She called for Kyber.
I'm assuming Eldor had her.
Yes, as far as I can gather.
Okay. It's the only way I could see her calling your sister.
Feel free to say her name if you care.
In here is fine.
Yes.
Okay.
She would not seek out a single shard of my memory just to destroy it for someone in a dream saying her name. She may be deliberate, but she's not insane. Fully insane.
I was gonna say that's debatable.
Yes.
I
it
mean,
is.
I mean, well, I'm assuming I'm gonna be knocked out for a while.
Yes, you will be.
Days, weeks, months.
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay. Yeah, I could use the rest anyway.
I think we all could after that.
So, are you still in the ring? Technically? Like, out there?
I don't know. I've never done that before. And especially not when I'm doubly dead.
I know you didn't want to do it, but thank you.
No. It just proved Kyber's point.
Her point.
A long time ago. Before anything. When we were making everything. I made a mistake. I don't even remember what it was. And from that point onward, Kaiba has claimed that I am nothing but a destructive force. And serve no purpose. And those actions only serve to prove her point.
Well, I see it a little differently. Those weapons that you used. The first one that, well, quite honestly, clocked me in the head.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, it has.
But chains are inherently made to hold something back, less to attack something. It just seems to me that you're more meant for protecting than destroying. And sometimes destroying is the only way to protect something. I think that's what this proved today.
Not to her.
Okay. I'm sorry if this pushes a button for you, but she killed you twice. Why are you putting so much stock into what she thinks?
Would you still love Yuki if she killed you?
I mean, I'd probably hold a grudge for quite a while, but, yeah.
No. Imagine that you had lived with Yuki for thousands of years. Millions, even. And one mistake you make destroys everything.
All right. Do you have other memories that are completely gone like that one? Like not even fragments or inklings of what it was?
Many.
Um, hmm. Okay. um, hmm. Okay. Do you know what the result of your mistake was?
Yes. I do.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but might give a little context.
There was a world here. Before there was Eberron.
Oh.
I made my mistake. The world was killed. It's still out there somewhere. Rotting. Because of what I did.
Hmm. So, there was nothing left of it?
Not a soul.
Hmm.
And once there was vibrance. Thriving. Not even the breeze still blows.
Hmm. 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 Wow. Is Kyber the only one that has told you this?
No.
Hmm.
There was one other. One who had been here long before we.
Hmm.
We believe that he made us. But we do not dread to call him our father.
Hmm. Hmm. You know, it might just be my very suspicious nature, but something about that story is missing.
What's that?
It's only one side. There's no... You only have your recollection and Kyber's. Because, well, can't really talk to Eberron right now, and, well, the one that made you is inaccessible?
Yes, that's one way of putting it.
It just seems like there's a piece of that story that's not there. Maybe a part of your memory, maybe something that was hidden from you. I don't know, but it just doesn't sound complete.
If Kaiba wanted me to remember, she would not have destroyed those memories. And if she really did want me to forget, there is nothing left of those fragments. The only fragments left are Kaiba's and Eberron's.
I'm assuming to destroy the pieces from Eberron, you'd have to basically explode the planet.
In a sense, yes.
Okay.
And also, you would have to release Kaiba.
Yeah, please no.
I don't plan on that.
Well, seems to me that should be part of our journey. See if we can find out what actually happened. It might push us in a certain direction, at least.
I suppose. Give us something to do. Maybe uncover some of my fragments as well.
Hopefully. And hopefully you're still with me when I wake up. That way we actually can find those fragments for you.
If the ring is gone, destroyed, then, well, this is how we will have to converse.
All right. Well. This is going to turn out to be very interesting here on out, I think.
Yes, you could certainly say that.
Oh. Also, our little plan for getting to Boldre, if the ring is gone, does that help or hurt us?
I don't know.
That might be another question for Boldre when I can wake up again. I might have made that harder. Oh boy.
I just had an idea. But it most certainly would be the most dangerous thing we could ever do.
worse than exploding a Dracolich? Or disintegrating, I should say.
By far.
What is it?
Kaiba must stay sealed.
That's agreed.
Where is the only place she would never look?
Well? Besides the Far Realms, you mean?
Yes.
With one of your fragments?
No. The corpse of that world.
Oh. Where is it?
Nowhere that we can get to easily.
Harder than the Far Realms?
Likely, yes.
Oh boy.
The
Okay.
death that teems off that place is... It's been locked in its own demiplane.
Oh. Do you have the key for it then?
Not anymore.
But you did.
I never did.
Oh.
Eberron had it.
Oh. Well, this is going to be difficult.
I don't know where it is now.
Hmm. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Um. Well. Hmm. Does Does Eberron have any fragments like you?
I'm sure she does.
Would we be able to find one? Most likely with your help.
I'm sure we could.
And technically speaking, is Eberron dead?
If you consider me dead, then yes.
Well, either way, if we can get to a fragment of Eberron, then maybe we can have a little chat.
Well,
Even if she's dead.
yeah.
I mean dead.
Yes, I know. I know what you mean. Although, the only life that resides left in her body are in those fragments.
Okay.
And they've been, well, Apparently, they make rather beautiful jewelry.
Jewelry?
They've been mined for millennia. And when they are removed from her body, they lose their powers. They become dull. Magically speaking.
Okay, interesting. What would happen if we took some of the jewelry and brought it to a fragment?
Well, finding the fragment in the first place would be a solution.
Well, if the fragment is unable to communicate?
Too small?
Too small, maybe enhance a little bit?
Perhaps.
Possibly?
But as those fragments have gotten rarer and rarer, the price of those jewelries have become higher and higher.
Well, do you have any idea what the price would be?
Not at the moment.
No.
It depends on where you go.
Okay. I'm assuming they're not like called fragments of Eperon or anything like that when they're made into jewelry, so.
They're called dragon shards.
Oh, okay. At least we have a name to go with it.
Kyber has them too. So do I.
Okay.
I mean, we're in one right now. But well, mine are not often found.
Well,
since they're, well, out off the planet.
yes. Yeah. Well. Okay. Find some dragon shards if possible. Find a fragment of Eberron somehow. Oh boy. Oh. I honestly can't tell if this headache is from trying to figure this out or if it's from what you did. So.
Both, probably. There is ultimately another solution. You said consult the memory of Eberron.
Yes.
Both Eberron and Kyber lasted longer than I did. Consulting either of their memories might give us what we want.
How are we supposed to get a shred of truth out of Kyber's memory?
There are fragments that are still not bound by her. That is what the rest of the gemstones are for. The more they are connected, the more the shards regain their strength.
So, just to be clear, the gemstones are not the shards, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. I thought so.
Although the largest one contains a fragment of Kyber.
Okay. And that's
That is why
that's
she
the
was so
releasing.
attracted to it.
Yeah, that's the releasing one too, so.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I never thought I could be tired in my own dream.
Well, we may take a break if you want.
Well,
Time to think. You certainly have plenty of it.
yeah. I'm assuming probably at least a few days, probably a couple weeks minimum.
Yes, very likely.
On the plus side, I will have Yuki a little bit jealous. Cat will probably be carrying me.
I doubt they'd be going anywhere without you.
I mean, I doubt they'll stay at that camp for a week, so.
That's also true.
Oh.
I may speak to them the same way, if possible.
Okay.
Once I figured it out for you, I might be able to figure it out for others.
Well, we have a bit of a extra connection now, so it might be a little easier for me.
Yes,
But
that is true.
okay. If the ring is gone, is this a two-way connection? Like, can I call you?
No,
Okay.
I will be better able to sense your thoughts, but not as good as the ring.
Okay. Well, I really hope I don't have to do that again.
I hope I never have to do that again either.
Well, I guess we're about to find out if we're completely connected from now on. So.
Yes, we'll see.
Time for a break, I think.
Yes. Rest.
No, I will
You
say I
certainly
did.
need it.
I will say I did not trust this hallway at first. I was thinking, oh god, I'm dying. It's the afterlife. Oh god.
Well, when you're in the shard of a dead god, things tend to look rather grim.
Yeah. I mean, long, white, golden hallway. Had a bit of Boldre feeling to it.
Yes. She stole my motif.
I kind of noticed that. Well, hope she didn't hear that.
She doesn't hear anything that goes on in this place.
Oh, good.
She wouldn't bother.
Uh,
Same reason why Kaiba wouldn't.
yeah. Well,
All right.
next
Okay.
time?
Yes. Farewell for now. And rest well, if you can.
You too. I'm sure it drained you too.
And the dream dissolves. Cool.
Heck yeah.
After a rather long break.
Yes.
I mean, it gave us time to think about what the fuck Sybaris said.
Yep.
What he implied. And I will tell you this, and just so that it's on stream and recorded and everything, so that everybody knows. I will be referring to that dead planet as Sybaris's Folly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, Cerberus.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, well, it's morning.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I think we already stated it was morning,
Yeah,
and then we
yeah,
cut to the
yeah.
dream. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't cut the dream yet.
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
it's
Yuki's just
at night.
Yuki
Yeah.
just sits next to Nakai and just kind of thinks. Trying to think what to do now.
Yeah. Lots of options.
Yeah.
But you lack information that Nakai needs to tell you.
Mm,
Like, new option.
new option.
New option. Dead planet.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that like Cat woke up. No, I had watch. No, she had last watch.
She had last watch, yeah.
So she woke us all up.
Yep. Actually, she probably just let you sleep until you woke up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need
Because-
that.
Yeah, all of you need it. Especially I.
Check on myself if there's like no lingering imprints of like Kyber or something.
In your brain? Okay.
That, or if there's like no symbols on my arms or like on my body or anything. I'm doing this in the tent.
Mm.
I'm not gonna do this out in the open, kind of just stripping naked and stuff.
I mean, I'm sure Cat would help.
Oh, God.
Anyways, yeah, she's gonna check if there's any like, marks, if there's any fingerprints.
Medicine.
Medicine. Oh, that's I have a +0 to medicine, so.
Oh, well.
But. Or 1d20. Oh,
12. Okay. You see on the palm of your hand similar lines as to that is completely spidering all the way up Nakai's arms. A small little red pulsing set of crack lines almost. God
I
scar.
don't. Yeah, I don't. So it's like instead of like god scars, it's like demon fallen kind of scars of like evil
Kyber
rather
scars.
than. Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
I don't recall her casting a spell of any sorts while taking over Yuki.
No.
While was in Yuki's head. Can I roll Arcana or something?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll Arcana to figure out
What it could mean? What
what it could be.
13? One
13.
up. 12 again.
Well, it's certainly from Kyber.
Yeah.
And from what you can gather, it's less like, oh, I'm marking you, and more, this is just kind of a side effect of being taken over.
Yeah.
Same as
Does it
with
seem kind of looking at it? Does it seem like it's slowly like growing?
No.
Or is it
No,
okay? All right.
it is stagnant. The only thing that's moving on it is, well, the pulsing red.
Does it hurt? Like if I touch it or something?
It's a little bit raw, but other than that, it's not particularly painful.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna be sitting next to Nakai after checking if she has any lingerants. I'll stay like next to him for 20, 25 minutes. It's up. Where do you think we should go? Kind of just opening it out there to whoever wants to answer. Obviously not Nakai.
Obviously not Nakai, and probably not Iris.
We should go back to sleep.
I'm not sure. Should we continue? Is that a point? we did, well, how would we transport everyone and everything?
I'm assuming Iris will still polymorph, but if she doesn't want to, I still have that capability to do that. But I can only do it once a day.
Yeah.
And we're at a place that doesn't really like us. Kind of more gesturing to herself and Nakai.
Yes. This has certainly complicated things.
Yeah. Kind of like looking over and can I roll medicine to see how long can I like assume how long Nakai's gonna be out?
Sure, yeah, medicine.
Oh, I got 1d20 plus 0. 6. I have no idea.
I mean, it could be like 5 days at least, and 2 weeks at most. Kind of wide range.
Yeah. He could be out for quite a while.
He needs medical attention.
Which is true, and the temple church could provide that.
Hopefully.
If they would be willing to help a tiefling, that is.
I mean, he's a member of their church, isn't he?
That is true. We can only hope if they pay more attention of members rather than your race.
Well, as far as I know, Boldre is not particularly picky about who worships her.
That's true. So I guess continue progress to the church. Just do you just want Iris to do this, or I mean Yuki can do it. It might take longer.
You're level 8, right?
Yeah, I can only do it once per day
Yeah. But the number of sorry,
in an hour.
yeah. I was just saying that because the number of sorcery points that you have is based on your level. So. Trying to remember how many you get.
And I think she has 8.
8, yeah, because 8th level.
Yeah. So she can do it for 8 hours if she wants to put all of it into it.
Yeah, 8 hours,
Mhm.
and have 1 left over because it
Mhm.
casts for 1 hour and then you can increase it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
2
gonna
max
do that.
duration for hours. All right.
Okay. Iris turns into bird. I think the sitting arrangement is Yuki, passed out Nakai, and then Cat. So Nakai's in the middle, so he
Yeah,
doesn't really
so it doesn't fall off.
fall off. Yeah, because that would be bad.
Yeah, it would be.
Mm,
All right. So you go for quite a while. So something that
go ahead.
I am confused about
Okay.
that I might have to tell or ask Iris about, or Jason, whatever. Same difference at this point.
Yeah.
And that is when it says extended spell. When you cast a spell that has a duration of 1 minute or longer, you can spend 1 sorcery point to double its duration to a maximum duration of 24 hours. if you keep spending that, is it exponential or is it just you add its duration again? Because like it could be like, okay, you spend 2 sorcery points for a 1 hour duration thing, and that becomes 2 hours, and then the second one doubles it again, making it 4 hours.
Mm.
Or would it just add an extra hour? So I know that we've been doing just adding an extra hour, but the way that's worded, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
For future reference, I think I'm going to say that you can straight up like stack. So it's like 2, 4, 8, 16,
Okay, so how
32.
long can we go for?
16 hours.
Oh, I think he talked about this actually. That
Oh,
we
did he?
can yeah, I think I remember something about 16 hours. Him saying.
I don't really remember.
I don't remember either.
Because you can't go past 24 hours, and duplicating
Yeah.
16 again would make it 32. So
Yeah.
maybe he already asked me this, and I said no without realizing,
Yeah.
and I don't know. We will see. My brain is not my brain is not working right
I
now.
don't know. While we're kind of soaring in the sky, can I look around to see if there's a red cardinal following us?
Perception.
Yeah. 20 plus 3. 11.
11. Not that you can see.
Okay. Alright.
You're
Yuki's
high
just
enough above the
gonna...
trees that, you know. So.
Yeah. Yuki's just gonna kind of think to herself while Iris is bird.
While Iris is bird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 16 hours.
Yeah, bird travel.
Bird travel.
Fast travel.
Pretty
On bird.
much. Pretty much. Oh, God. Got the stream up, and now it's Golden Bear. Okay, so. Ow. Oh, boy. All right. Well, you make a lot of progress.
Yeah.
And eventually, after 16 hours of going, you drop to the ground.
Well,
You're not
I
like
would have.
jumped, but you know,
Yeah.
you landed. You land.
Yeah.
I don't mean you're literally like suddenly Iris is not bird anymore.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
I mean that Iris is like, okay, got like 5 minutes left. I'll land now.
Kai's body starts to slowly slide off the bird.
Oh, cat is holding you.
Yeah.
Are we anywhere close to civilization, or are we still in the forest?
You're still in the forest.
Okay. Start setting up camp, and Yuki's gonna take first watch again.
All right. I sure as hell know that Nakai isn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cat, you're taking sec.
So yeah, Cat's taking second.
I mean, I could,
17.
but
17.
This would be my role.
Sure to see. Yeah. Bird.
0, yeah.
Red bird.
Nakai's watch is it's a 1d20 minus 50. So I rolled a negative 49, like a natural one. Okay, so that would be. Oh God, are you? Do you actually want?
I know.
Okay.
Here you go.
Nice 41. Okay. Nakai's perception up. Nakai, your third eye is opened and you see nothing.
I see tent roof.
Yes, that's it. No, you're just out on a. You're just out propped up against a tree.
Yeah, with a blanket.
Yeah, that's it. And Yuki, you said you were keeping an eye out for a specific red bird.
Yes.
I don't know why you would ever be looking out for a specific red bird, but okay.
Because I have questions.
You have questions? Okay. Well, a specific red bird does show its face.
Oh.
Yeah. You see it perched in the branches of a tree. A different tree to what Nakai is propped up against.
Good. If she was close to that tree, you're gonna get Eldritch Blast to the flippin'
Beak.
face. Yes,
The
beak.
right to the beak. Right up the beak.
Where's Cat? Is she in a like tent meditating or?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of glaring at this red bird.
It looks at you like what?
Oh, of course it does. Gets up. And walks over.
Please Eldritch Blast the bird.
Please don't.
Not right now. Not right now.
Told it dead.
Go with it. Vicious mockery. Stops. Looks at the bird. And why are you following us?
The bird
Can I
comes
roll?
you.
Okay. It's just got very quiet. It's like, can I roll
Yeah.
insight to just check if this is just like if this is Kyber or just a normal
It's
bird?
just a normal bird. It cocks its head at you.
Okay. Can I roll insight?
To see if it's just a normal ass bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would be awkward for Yuki just to.
10, it's Kyber.
Okay.
It's Kyber.
I thought you were gonna
Easy
say there was
enough.
another one on another branch in another tree.
And Kyber's just like shaking her head like like
I know it's you.
it tilts its head back and drops to the ground and becomes Kyber.
Yeah, sits back a bit.
I'm enough allowed to follow things that interest me.
All I interest you.
Not yet.
No. So why?
Why what?
Back there when I was just the two of us, why didn't you kill me?
I had no reason to.
I mean, you sure enough threatened to.
Many times.
Yes, and yet you do not do it.
Wouldn't you love to know?
What? Can't bring yourself to do it.
You think so little of me.
Oh, with that little act of me just dodging out of the way? Of course I do.
I prefer to let things destroy themselves. And those that don't, you know what will happen to them.
do I now?
I know who you've spoken to.
You don't scare me.
And you don't scare me.
Let's see.
Shall we?
What are you so interested about?
Whether or not he survives.
You will survive.
How do you know that?
I know my brother.
But you know little of the power that has controlled him.
Oh no, I know he'll be able to pull through.
Do you really?
Yes, because he never gives up.
I thought that about my brother once. Until he broke that trust.
Elaborate.
Well, I think he'll do a fine job himself.
Why was he so interested of Iris?
Iris does not concern me.
Was a surprise.
Is it?
Right, if you had a well, does Yuki know the term Dracolich?
Yeah.
Okay. Seen that. Thought you would, because you yourself is a dragon and he was a Dracolich trying to chase after her.
Just because we are similar in kind does not mean I know his motives or even care for him.
What did you say to him in Draconic?
I told him that he was a fool and kind.
Well, not wrong. He is.
I
He was.
really am.
He... Let me look at my spells real quick.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You don't have that much great spells, do you, Yuki? Nothing I can mess with.
Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of an insult.
Use the same insult you told the Kai that stuck with him for weeks.
No. Well, seems like you and him have something in common.
And that is.
You are both fools. And I need her to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, because it's funny, yeah. I mean,
Her-
yeah.
her-
It is. Okay, let's see here.
I mean, you could give Kyber that -50 like you gave me.
No.
I am not going to do that.
Oh.
20.
Dang it. Do they know that I like do this? Like, can they like sense?
I
It depends what's the
Well, it's
components for the.
voice.
Yeah.
No, it's just voice.
Oh, it's just
Just
voice.
So I think the like insult
the
is
insult
the
is
voice.
Yeah.
vocal. Probably not.
Okay.
Especially if she rolled that high.
Mhm.
Your words don't harm me.
Well, I was close enough last time too. She walks up to Kyber. Closer. We'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow when we get to that church. And she boops her on the nose and walks away.
You really are insufferable.
Yet you still show yourself to me.
Well, if all my enemies were this devoted to me, then I would do that more often.
Well, good night, Kyber.
Sure.
She goes back to sitting down.
Yeah, Kyber flies off.
Of course.
As bird.
As buttered. I'm so tempted to just shoot an Eldritch Blast. Not to hit her, just like. Wouldn't spook her either.
Gust.
Gus, I don't have that,
I know.
unfortunately. Wait, do I? As like. No, I don't. Why would I? Why would Yuki have Gust? Yeah, and she goes to wake up Cat. It's just like, well, my shift is over. Your turn.
All right.
Yuki's gonna like, when going to bed, kind of stay up a little longer, just to make sure like Kuiper doesn't mess with Cat or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing happens. So.
Yeah, no rustling or
well,
signs of
no.
fighting.
You missed an insult on the way out when Kyber was leaving.
What? I want to know the insult.
Dream of Cerberus for me.
No.
That would have been that would have been disadvantaged for Kyber.
Aw, dang it.
If that had been, that would, yeah. Oh boy, she would have been.
She has like a plus 11, so even with disadvantage, I'm still.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, heading to bed.
Yep.
Yuki,
Mhm.
you have a dream.
Oh boy.
Nakai, you do too.
Oh boy.
We'll start with Yuki.
Okay.
So Yuki, you find yourself in a white room.
Okay. Okay.
And
It's a pretty room.
it's a rather boring room. It's
Oh,
just
that's
white.
pretty
It's
boring.
got a little bit of a chandelier coming from the ceiling, but
Hmm.
other than that, it's
Yuki just sees this as like, what's the point?
Oh, don't worry. That's just Yuki's subconscious.
We just have a chandelier. All right, she's gonna go to the door and open it.
okay. You seem to be on the top of a mountain that's high above the cloud layer, and despite that, it's not very cold. There's a small
Yeah.
little deck outside. The sky is a nice deep blue. The sun is out.
She kind of looks around and thinks to herself, I swear if another demon comes out to attack me, and starts walking cautiously, making sure there's no demons.
Okay. Yeah, you take a step out, and there's a small little pathway that goes down
Mhm.
from the mountain.
Go down it.
All right, so you walk down, you get to a little ledge, and you can see the path does continue, but on this ledge, there's a rather sheer cliff here, and you can see down at the base of it a door of some sort. The path continues around in front of the door.
Keep
Keep going.
open. Yeah, keep going.
All right, keep going. You get to the door. It's a rather large door, and this door is lavish, traced with gold.
Lavish? Oh.
Yeah, like elegant and
Oh, okay.
expensive.
Yep.
Um, it's inlaid with gold and up the pillars on the sides.
Knocker?
And there is a great big golden knocker on the door.
Does it have like some knockers are just like regular, some have like animal heads or anything? Does this have a symbol or
No, not really.
oh, just okay. She's gonna see if the door's locked.
There is no doorknob.
Oh, there's not? Oh, okay, never
There is
mind.
no doorknob.
Then the knocker.
Knocker. All right. And you can't push it open either.
Yeah.
So, all right, you pick up the knocker and knock with it 3 times, and you wait for a little bit, and the door opens. Nakai,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up to the sound of 3 great big knocks. And collecting your surroundings. You know where you are. You're still in that room where Sybaris was.
Was. Still is, maybe.
Still is. He's still there, coiled in him. And you hear the door open, the door that you remember knocking and walking into, knocking on and walking into, open. Yeah. Yuki, are you heading in?
Yeah.
All right. The inside is similarly lavish. And well, Nakai, you see Yuki walking.
I immediately go towards a wall so she can't knock me over.
I see Nakai before he gets to a wall.
You see pressed up against a wall.
My back against the wall.
Back against the wall. The only red spot in the entire room.
Instantly runs over to him and tackles him.
Oh, that's a backache. Oh.
Yeah, it is.
And then after the hug, she pulls away and punches him on the arm.
Yeah.
You are such an idiot. And pulls at his ears.
And what about you? Calling
What
Kyber?
about me? Listen, I was captured by that village and there was no other way to escape. I was run dried of spell slots.
And so
and
was
1,000 feet in the air.
And so was I. Had nothing left. We were about to die, so And I point to
Yes, and you,
Sybaris.
yes, and you.
Who you for the first time, recognize that Sybaris is in the room.
Over. It's like, I'll get to you in a second. You, on the other hand, how long are you going to be passed out?
I have no idea, quite honestly.
Right. So, Kaiba is still following us, by the way.
Lovely.
Yeah, she's very interested to see if you wake up or not.
If I have anything to say about it, yes, but duration is another thing.
Yes. We are also going to the church to see if we can get healers to help you.
Ooh. I
Why
look
do
at
you keep?
I look
Why
at
do you keep?
Sybaris. What would people at a Boldre temple say about the
Spells.
yeah.
Well, they would probably be surprised.
Good reaction or bad?
Considering the scars from me, and I am sorry about that.
Yeah.
Nothing I could have done.
It's necessary, I get it.
I doubt they will be too upset.
Okay. So, okay.
So what about this scar? And she opens her palm.
You too, huh?
Yes. Well, I was miles away from you guys. Kaiba decided to have a talk with me, and as I was trying to leave because I don't want to talk to her, she got into my brain, and I pushed forward. Well, I tried to get her out and failed. I pushed forward, but then I stopped, realizing it's probably not a great idea to bring her to you guys, and sat down. She didn't like that and took control over my body.
And that's what did it.
As she was trying to get to you guys quickly, I kept trying to fight her. About 10 minutes, I was able to actually push her out of my body.
Hmm. I'm sure she liked that.
Yes, and I believe she expected. I swear this accent's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I especially think she enjoyed having my boot on her chest and fired two Eldritch blasts close to her face. Oh, and I also slapped her.
Kaiba does not feel.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes, I suppose that should have been obvious.
Yes, she didn't flinch when I slapped her. It was satisfying and took a lot off my shoulders. I would like a little bit more of a reaction from it. And then, before I went to bed, saw her sitting on the tree and had another conversation with her. And asked her why she didn't kill me. I'm obviously made her very annoyed with me before getting to you guys. And she even threatened. She threatened multiple times in the past before, but she threatened to erase me, saying, telling me that she can easily do it. And I'm wondering why she doesn't. I've shown to be a pain in her side.
Many times.
Yes. And I will continue doing that because it's funny.
Ultimately, that is quite beneficial. It distracts her from what she really wants.
Good, at least I'm distracting her.
Yes.
Something I'm good at with women.
We're not here to talk about your relational status
I
with my
know, I
sister.
know, I know. I don't like her.
Well, conveniently, neither do I. At least not as much. Well, I tried to connect all three of you here. You and Nakai, well, I figured out Nakai, so you are quite similar, being twins and everything.
Mhm.
Right.
I could not get Iris, though.
She is a little more complicated.
Complex.
Yes.
Yes. Uh, I really don't understand her.
Neither do we.
Yeah, no. I don't think anybody does, quite honestly.
Except for her.
True.
I
I-
try to. Try is such a strong word, but the only word I can think of. Into her secrets, and she. Oh boy, she can keep them.
Well, what if that's what she's supposed to do? It's a possibility. All I'm saying.
Is.
Hmm.
We've unlocked some information about her from our dragon friend. About her being able to unlock more of the uses of magic. Make it stronger, it seems.
Hmm.
Heck, even my brother used a simple spell and she was a beacon.
Beacon's putting it mildly. He's almost blinded, damn it.
Well,
She was the sun, basically, how my brother phrased it.
Pretty
perhaps
much.
don't use that spell here. Not
No.
that you really can.
No.
I think, out of anyone, I think I'm the only one who can control anything here, and, well,
Yeah,
I can't do normal spells either, so.
Um, hmm. Speaking of when I cast that spell, did you happen to see Iris through my eyes when I did that?
I believe I've already told you. I don't see when you cast spells. Things change.
Okay.
And so, I am practically magic blind.
I guess my
At least,
question.
in a way.
I guess my question for you would be: those shards you were talking about. Could she have one?
I suppose it is a distinct possibility.
Would you be able to tell?
Um, I don't know.
Hmm.
We should fill in Yuki, however. So Yuki,
Mm-hmm.
we have an idea. And it takes some explaining. We'll start with... What should we start with?
Get the hardest thing to talk about out of the way first.
All right. Yuki, you said you spoke with Kaiba.
I did.
How much did she mention about me? Say something along the lines of, he'll do it himself.
Yes.
Thought so. Well, a long time ago, when we were making, well, I made a mistake that led to the death of a world. And Kaiba claimed that I was nothing but a destructive force, and that I had no real purpose. But I suppose something good can rise out of the ashes. As we thought that perhaps of all the places Kaiba would never look, it would be that dead world. The problem is getting there. It's been trapped, locked in its own little demi-plane as a reminder. And before she died, my sister Eberron had the key. And we need to find it.
Do we know where to start?
Not really. But at least in terms of looking for the key. But in terms of finding out where the key is, we can start by looking for fragments of her. Dragon shards, they're called. Most are, at least of Eberron, most have been dug out, used as expensive jewelry. And are
Well,
dead.
if people use them as expensive jewelry, then I can easily snatch them off.
But they have no power anymore.
Alright.
They've been removed from Eberron. They have no strength left in them.
It could still be useful to have at least a couple of them just in case something can be done with them.
Yes, that is true.
Maybe you can restore them, put them back.
Maybe. Dragon shards, well, aren't really understood, especially by me. I happen to be one of them, so... well, one of the ones that was turned into them. But... anyway.
Well, Yuki, looks like we could use your expertise then. Jewelry!
Yes.
This will be easy then.
We still need to find a living one.
Well...
and I also suggested as a possibility, if all else fails, finding a still disconnected shard of Kaiba.
Yes.
What would that prove?
It has...
the memories.
Yes, memories.
They're still intact. Mine are not.
It
I
could...
need to know where that key went.
It could also show exactly what happened. It might show something very different than what you've been told.
Nakai, I was not told of my mistake.
Hmm.
I assure you I was the one who made it.
Do you know the reason why?
Why I made the mistake?
Whatever you were doing before the mistake was made, there had to have been a reason.
It's been so long.
And mistakes are made. Everyone makes mistakes.
Not mistakes like this.
You were creating a planet, yes. Have you created planets before?
At that point? Yes. But none like that one. That was the first time we tried to make life.
Well,
Life was not the mistake. When you see it, if you see it, you will understand. Exactly why I was blamed and why I fully accept it.
well, even with all you said, I still don't see you as a bad person.
Choose to see what you want, I suppose.
I mean, hey, you've helped us.
And what has that proven to do?
Well, we don't have a Draco Lich on our tail anymore.
And Nakai is dying, and you have scars that you don't need. And my sister is only angrier.
Well, on the plus side, we got some fertilizer for a nice garden. Come on. Come on, a little humor couldn't hurt.
I appreciate it, Nakai, but well, we have work to do.
Yes, we do.
And apparently I have a lot more rest to get.
Hey, at least you can rest.
True, but at the same time, you probably have enough time for a date now.
Shut up!
I mean, I won't be around to mess it up, and
You're unconscious. How are you still like this?
technically, so are you.
Okay, but mine is different. I'm asleep
Mm-hmm.
for like a few hours.
Mm-hmm. Still unconscious though.
I'm gonna I'm gonna pinch at his cheeks and pull them. Shut up. Stop using that big brain of yours.
I don't know if it's big brain or more smart ass, but
It's both. Definitely.
You hear something heavy and metal hit the ground.
Looks over, letting go
Yeah.
Nakai.
Something shiny near Sybaris. Dropped. The way it shines, it is most definitely golden.
I look up,
Just like the rest of him. You look up? Well, I mean,
like where it might have fallen from.
other than his face or the ceiling, not really much of anything.
He's gonna walk over to it. Take a closer look.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Perception. 1d20 plus 3. 15.
As you walk closer, you can tell that it is in the shape of a teardrop.
Hmm. Got Cerberus.
Sorry. I
You don't have to be sorry.
you do just remind me of when my sister left me.
Well, since it seems like Nakai's not going anywhere for the moment, I'm gonna walk over to where Cerberus is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I am just going to sit down and kind of just lean my head on, I don't know, maybe his tail or his arm or something. Whatever's closest to the ground where it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's a great big serpent, so.
Yeah. Just comforting.
And this is why it's so special. That you can comfort a god.
It's amazing how he has that ability.
It's not just him. Yeah. The sun waits for no one.
Hopefully we can get to the temple. By today, that is.
Yes. Hopefully.
Knowing,
Oh, sorry.
no, it's fine.
Continue.
Knowing how she is, how mad she is, I'm sure it may be a small possibility, but I'm sure there's something in there of her that still loves you.
Maybe. Maybe.
Even with Nakai getting on my last nerves, making me hot-headed, making me so mad at him, I still love him as my brother.
But he hasn't destroyed your pride and joy. He didn't lay waste to a world that you spent millennia building. He didn't erase your life's work in an instant because of a mistake.
Even if he did. I will. I'll be honest with you. Something I've never told Nakai. Yes, I told him about my parents. But I've grown hatred towards him when I was a child. I was just his shadow to our parents, nothing more. And I hated him for that. I hated being his shadow as he took the light that shine for our parents to see. But here I am, and I still love him. I even worked to the bone in that academy. I worked so hard to get where I am. I returned home to be yelled at, to be scolded by my parents. While they showed Nakai happiness and love, and they showed me nothing but hatred. Even with my hate towards him, how much I envy him. He's still my brother. And I swore to any power I hold that I would protect him. Because someone has to.
Our experiences are quite different. We had no parents. We were the parents. We learned as we went. We had no one to prove to ourselves except each other. We were not born with love for each other. That took time. We may have been tied together, but we were not related. Not by blood. Here's the difference, Yuki. My sister killed me, burned my ashes, and burned them again. And then she did the same to my sister. Kyber was not intended for the same purpose that we were. We understand that now. But that does not mean we don't love her still. Okay. I think we've taken up plenty of time. And I think we all need time to think. I certainly do.
Well, looks like you might be stuck with me for a little bit longer, till I wake up at least. But
Well, until next time, perhaps.
We do.
oh,
And
one thing before you leave, Yuki. Did you happen to notice if the ring was still there?
you
On
hadn't you hadn't really checked.
No? Okay.
I never checked.
Take a look when you go back. Could answer a question
Right.
for us.
Alright, I will.
Hopefully next time I'll be waking up when we meet again.
Hopefully. Well, hopefully I see you on the other side.
Mm.
And the dream dissolves. And that's where we're going to end the session for today. Oh boy. So, hope you enjoyed. Some heartfelt. Oh man.
Yep.
Oh man.
And then until next Monday, we get this again.
Yep.
Third time crying this campaign.
Hey, you know what? My first time.
I actually broke down. And
Right.
Cyrus cried. Oh my god.
Well, see you next week then.
Yep.
Yes.
And Sunday for Ducks game.
Ducks game. Yep.
Yes.
9. The
Yep.
Royal Illusionist, one word, no spaces or anything. So.
Yep. Till next time.
Bye bye.